We all heard the words about drinking milk to strengthen our bones when we were children. Milk contains calcium. Calcium is also known as a necessary mineral for bone density. However, it is not so easy to prove that there is a definite link between milk consumption and strengthening of bones. To prove this, it is necessary to conduct an experiment with two large groups, one of them drinking plenty of milk over the years, while the other group should be given a placebo beverage with the appearance of milk. But it is difficult to apply it in practice. Instead, the following can be done. Thousands of people are asked how much milk they have consumed in the past years and then observed for at least 10 years to determine whether there are fewer cases of bone breakage in those who regularly drink milk. In the USA, Harvard University had done such a research in 1997. 77,000 female nurses were observed for 10 years. However, there was no significant difference in the number of cases of arm and hip fractures between those who drank a glass of milk a week and those who drank 2 or more glasses a week. Its effect lasts 2 years. A similar result was obtained in the research of the same team with 330,000 men. When 15 different studies in this area were examined by a New Zealand team in 2015, it was observed that a calcium-rich diet, including drinking milk, increased calcium density in the bone for 2 years, but then this increase ceased. As an alternative to dietary calcium, calcium supplements can be made with pills. However, there are concerns that supplements have a negative impact in the long term. When the New Zealand team examined 51 studies, when they compared the advantages of calcium supplements and their negative effects in the long term, they found that the strengthening of the bones stopped after a year or two. Calcium supplementation did not stop the loss of bone density due to aging, only delay it. The team concluded that this only corresponded to a slight reduction in bone fracture rate. When the same data were analyzed in different countries, different suggestions emerged in terms of the amount of calcium that should be taken daily. For example, the amount recommended in the USA was nearly twice that in Britain and India. It is recommended to drink about 3 cups of milk a day in the USA. In a study conducted in Sweden in 2014, it was concluded that drinking more than 3 glasses of milk a day does not bring more benefits to bones, and may even be harmful. In the study conducted by Uppsala University and Karolinska Institute, people were first asked how much milk they drank in 1987, then the same question was repeated in 1997. When the mortality rate among these people was examined in 2010, it was seen that more bone breakage and early mortality rate were found in those who had a glass of milk a day. Is cheese and yogurt more effective? However, this research also had some problems. People were asked how much milk they had consumed in previous years. It might not have been possible to accurately predict this, as milk consumption could have been in different ways. In addition, the biggest problem in such research was also evident here. Are the two events really interrelated, or is there really a cause-effect relationship? Another confusing result in the same study was the establishment of a link between cheese and yogurt consumption and a lower fracture rate. The researchers say that while advising people about nutrition, these results are too early to underpin. Similar research should be repeated. Based on these results, it is recommended to be cautious about changing the diet. So, we can say briefly that according to the available data, there is no problem in continuing to drink milk. Milk can be beneficial for bone health. But this benefit may not be as long as we think. It is also necessary to apply other methods that are effective in terms of bone health. Exercise and nutrition, such as getting enough vitamin D in the winter, where there is no sun and excess sunshine, by supplementing vitamin D in the winter. Warning: this article is written for general information only and should not be considered as doctor's advice. Based on the content of the article, the BBC is not responsible for the diagnoses made by the reader on its own. If you have any concerns about your health, consult your doctor.